Today I'm giving you permission to take a break and do something fun. It's good for your mental health. But also, I'm sharing one of my favorite productivity tips: Sunday planning for Monday success. It's Saturday. I'm not in the office. I will explain that in just a minute. But this is the Saturday Morning Hustle. No hyperbolic hustle culture, just brutally honest, straightforward business advice and motivation every Saturday for entrepreneurs, business owners, or anyone pursuing success. You can't just work 9 to 5, Monday through Friday, and hope to become the next big thing. You got to work smart, work hard, and put in extra effort while everyone else is sleeping, playing games, or wasting time. Maximize bonus time to get more work done. This podcast is for anyone willing to come in early, stay late, and hustle on the weekend to be truly great. Like I said, I'm not in the office today. This is still the Saturday Morning Hustle. I'm talking to you on the podcast, and I'm giving you permission to take a break and do something fun for the benefit of your mental health. And I know you're thinking to yourself, wait a minute, that is counterintuitive to the Saturday Morning Hustle. The Saturday Morning Hustle only works if you occasionally take breaks. You can't work every Saturday of your life. You can't work Monday through Friday and Saturday and Sunday and 8 and 10 and 12 and 14 and 18 and 20 and 24 hours a day. You need to take breaks. That's essential. Rest makes a lot of sense, but mental health breaks as well. Not only do you need to take time away from working, you need to do things on those breaks that are intentionally not work. You need intentional fun. It's good for your mental health. It's good for your hustle battery. It's good for your motivation. Remember why you're working so hard. Spend time with your family. Spend time with your friends. Do something fun, frivolous, mindless, nothing you have to concentrate on, worry about, get pressure from, anything of that nature. Simply do things for the fun and enjoyment of doing it. Go watch a movie. Go watch a football game. That's what I'm doing today. Ride a roller coaster. Take a trip somewhere. Sit on a beach. Do something that has no connection to you getting ahead or being successful. You need those breaks. You need those recharges in your hustle battery. You need to be able to do that, and you shouldn't feel bad about it. This is one of the things that makes the Saturday Morning Hustle different from a lot of hustle culture. We want you to hustle when there's something that needs to be done. We want you to hustle when you're trying to get ahead, when you're trying to advance yourself, when you're trying to make something happen. But when things are going well, when you deserve to take a break, when you have earned those breaks, you need to take them, you need to embrace them, and you need to utilize the concept of pattern interruption, of recharging, understanding why you work so hard and what you're trying to do. Those real reasons in your life. It's not about making money. It's about creating success for yourself so that you can benefit all of the people that are important to you. Doing things for other people. Sometimes that means taking off work and doing something that makes you happy or makes someone else happy, which in turn will make you happy. Trust me on that as well. So take a break. That's what I'm doing today. If you've listened to this podcast before, you know I'm a huge college football fan. My team is the Oklahoma Sooners. Today is the beginning of college football. It's an early kickoff, 11 a.m., so I am not in the office today. I have left early to go to an early kickoff so that I could take my time, enjoy myself, be away from the office, not thinking about work, not thinking about this podcast because it's done already and you're listening to it, and instead just enjoying college football, something I enjoy tremendously, has nothing to do with work at all. Going to embrace it. I'm going to savor it. I know you're getting this episode of the podcast with a great productivity tip that I'm coming up with in just a minute. So you're getting benefit from it. I am too, but I am not in the office today. I am not working and I am not worried about it. In fact, I am super excited to be taking this day off, to charging my hustle battery up, and to following my own advice that I'm giving you right now. Take this a bit of advice Find times where it's appropriate, where it's beneficial, when it doesn't distract from what you're doing, and just have some fun. It'll help you keep your head straight. It'll help you stay motivated when the hustle and grind is really getting you down. And it will remind you of what's really important in life and why being successful and what we do with that success. We've talked about that plenty of times on this podcast before. Go look up those episodes. What you do with your success, being successful, what you're trying to create. Again, not money, not things, not cars, not houses, not jewelry, but the ability to do things that make you happy, that make you fulfilled, to help people that are important in your life, to do things in your community. All of those things are the reasons we need to be successful. That's why hard work is so important. You can't be successful without the hard work. You have to work smart and then work hard. And the third piece of that is you need to take breaks. You need to recharge your hustle battery, and you need to embrace that idea as well. So take my advice, take a break when you can, enjoy yourself tremendously. And then when you get back to work, go 110%. You can do it. Now here comes my favorite productivity tip I promised you right off the top. And it is Sunday planning for Monday success. And the reason that this is one of my favorite tips is it takes 5 minutes or less. In fact, if you spend more than 5 minutes on it, you've kind of defeated the purpose. So let me explain exactly how to do Sunday planning and how it benefits you on Monday morning in less than 5 minutes and why that's so important. Sunday planning is looking at your calendar, setting goals, breaking those goals down into objectives, creating an action plan, and then a to-do list. The to-do list is essential. Now, why do we do this on Sunday, and why are we doing this in less than 5 minutes? First of all, we do it on Sunday so that we are not wasting time Monday morning doing it. We start Monday morning with everything we need to achieve what we need for the week. A week is a manageable time allotment. You know what you need to get done this week. Now, there may be things on your to-do list that seem daunting. They seem huge. It seems like something that is going to be really hard to handle. Maybe a deadline, a project, something that has to be done this week. But if you will take that goal of reaching the deadline, the goal of completing a project, or any other goal you set, and then create subsets or objectives, it becomes easier. So completing a project may seem like a task that's going to be very hard, take a long time, and be difficult, maybe even impossible to you. But if you break that down into subsections, into smaller bits, eat that elephant one bite at a time, then as you achieve your objectives, you're getting closer and closer to achieving your goals. So set your big goals for the weeks. Create objectives or subsets so that those goals become manageable. As you understand your objectives, you'll understand what needs to happen and what you need to do, what you need to prepare for, what you need to have in place in order to make that happen. That's where the to-do list comes in. Then you can organize it. So if in order to reach your goal by Thursday or Friday of the week, you're going to need to hit certain objectives throughout the week. Those things can only be achieved by following your action plan, and those action plans can be put into place by following the to-do list so that you do things in the right order, so that you're organized, so that you understand if you have reached your objective yet. If you've reached your objective, or 2 or 3, then the potential for reaching your goal is very high. If you're not reaching your objectives, you're not going to reach your goal. This allows you to manage the process, to understand if you need to stay late, come in early, do extra work, or if you're on schedule. Looking at a to-do list, first thing Monday morning, that's prioritized in order what needs to be done so that the action plan can put in place so that you can meet objectives so that you can reach your goal, is much more manageable, less intimidating, and easy for you to understand first thing in the morning on Monday. The first thing you do on Monday is start on the to-do list in the order that you decided on Sunday when there was no pressure, no stress, no outside interference. Take 5 minutes. Look at your calendar. What needs to be done this week to reach your goals? How can those goals be made more manageable? Those are your objectives. How do you reach the objectives? This is your action plan. What steps need to be taken in what order for the action plan to work and to make sense and to be easy to manage? That is your to-do list. Now, all you have to look at on Monday morning is the to-do list. Don't be overwhelmed by the goal. Don't be intimidated by the objectives. Don't even worry about what the action plan really is. Just start on the to-do list. But, of course, business is all about adapting and changing as the situation changes, as outside influence happens, as you are getting through your to-do list or not. You might need to change. You might need to reorder some things. You might take some things off of that list. You might move some things up in the list. That's perfectly fine. That's managing the process. But focus on the to-do list. Focus on what needs to be done in what order. As you get things done, then you can see if your action plan is being achieved, if you're reaching your objectives, if you're on the path to your goals. This is why you shouldn't spend more than 5 minutes in this process on Sunday. Because you need to make this simple. You need to make it actionable. You need to make it so that you start working Monday morning without thinking about how big, how hard, how unmanageable it is. If you put so much detail in your to-do list, in your action plans, if you create too many objectives, if you have too many goals, you will stop. You will be overwhelmed. You won't achieve anything at all. So, simply setting 1 or 2 goals for the week. Any more than that is unrealistic, unless you're setting your goals too low. 1 or 2 big goals for the week. A project, a deadline, completion of something. That's a goal. Creating objectives underneath those goals, breaking that down into subsets, making that manageable so that you get a quarter of the way, half of the way, 3/4 of the way, 100% of the way. From that, a basic action plan. Not every single step you need, just milestones along the way so that you're moving in the direction of reaching your objectives. And then what does that action plan need? That is where the to-do list comes in. Your to-do list should be 10, 15, 20 items. It can't be 100. It can't be 50. Again, you're going to be intimidated. You're going to be unmotivated. You're going to get caught up in the scale of everything if your to-do list is too long. If you keep it simple, if you keep it focused, if you're always moving forward, if you're achieving things that get you closer and closer to your objectives and goals, then you're moving in the right direction. Midweek, you check in on the to-do list, see if you need to work harder, or if you have moments to take a breath, if you have moments to fit in extra items or things that come up during the week, if you have a situation that needs changed because new opportunities or new challenges have come to you during the week, you can do that and stay on your to-do list Monday through Friday. At the end of the week, you sum it all up. Here's the great thing about a to-do list. If you didn't get it done this week, it stays at the top of next week's to-do list. It's very possible some of these things always stay on your to-do list and you never get to them. If that's the case, you're too busy and you're not organized enough, but it happens. So, Sunday planning, 5 minutes or less, write down everything you can. Goals, objectives, action plans, to-do list. Start Monday morning with just the to-do list. You will see your productivity go up. Your intimidation factors will go down. You will be focused. You'll be organized. You'll be on the path to success. Thank you for listening. Subscribe so you never miss an episode. Leave a comment, leave a review, share with a friend. I would appreciate it very much. Follow Engage on social media. Twitter @KyleGolding and @SatMornHustle. That's the Saturday Morning Hustle on Twitter. Instagram @TheKyleGolding and #Saturday Morning Hustle. My LinkedIn and the official Saturday Morning Hustle Facebook fan page. All the info, all the episodes all of the Saturday Morning Hustle, Entrepreneur AF, Coffee and Donuts. Work smart, work hard swag is at SaturdayMorningHustle.com. See you next week.